Hey kids, have you watched a superhero movie? You probably have. You know where the supervillain uses his evil powers to do bad things, and the superhero comes along and beats the bad guy with his superpowers.
Don't you just love superhero stories? Well, today we're talking about a real superhero.
That's right, we're talking about Jesus. Let's get started.
Jesus was the original superhero. See, Jesus was with God before time even began, and he saw that the world was in trouble. So he came to earth born as a baby.
And then when he grew up, he did incredible things, like heal the sick and raise the dead.
Jesus did some really incredible things in his life, but he isn't just some comic character.
Jesus was a real person, and he does all these things that we read about in the Bible.
Jesus was a man on a mission. Jesus didn't just come down to make friends and go fishing every day. No, he had way more important things to do. He said his goal was to seek and save the lost.
Like a shepherd saving his lost sheep. Even if one wandered away, he would go and find them. He came to earth to help all the people who knew they needed rescuing.
Jesus had to die to complete his rescue mission. Kids, this is the biggest part of today's lesson. Ultimately, Jesus came to die.
He was treated like a criminal and nailed to a cross. It was really painful and awful.
Have you ever seen a superhero sacrifice themselves to save everybody else?
Well, Jesus did it first, and he died to save everyone.
Now that might sound like a pretty sad story, but it has a really good ending.
Because 3 days later, he rose back to life, back from the dead. How crazy is that?
Because Jesus died, we are rescued. Kids, this is the whole point of the story of the Bible.
It says when we ask Jesus into our hearts, it rescues us from all the bad stuff we've done.
See, that bad stuff we do is called sin, and sin causes death. But because Jesus died for us, we can be saved and live with him forever.
Memory verse. Jesus gave his life for our sins, just as God our Father planned, in order to rescue us from this evil world in which we live.
See, kids, Jesus really is the original superhero.
He knew his mission and was willing to do whatever it took to save us.
And all we have to do is ask him into our hearts.
So next time, kids, when you see a superhero show, remember, Jesus is the greatest superhero of all.